Hello, forest wanderers. As dawn breaks upon our magical realm, it's time to delve deeper into the extraordinary saga of Kardama and Afsana. I'm Aldera, your guide through the mysteries of nature's wonders. Today, we embark on Chapter 3, Trails of Resilience. Join me as we navigate the twists and turns of this captivating journey. Adventure awaits. Chapter 3, Trails of Resilience. The bees and the queen wept, realizing their mistake. Kardama, meanwhile, knew this would be the end. He had no friends, no family to take care of him, and knew that without this, he would not survive the pain that he's in. "Are the kids okay?" he asked, but couldn't even listen to the answer before collapsing, waiting for his end, writhing in pain. But it was different this time. The whole jungle had seen him risk his life, and they decided to make things right. First, they had to bandage the wounds. The bees worked tirelessly to create cooling wax and bandages from their hives to soothe the bear's burns. They then gave him all the honey and nutrients in the jungle to help the body heal, and then prayed. The smaller animals would tend to the wounds and the larger ones would feed him. This event had united the whole jungle, and saving Kardama became a cause that everyone rallied behind. And suddenly, on the 7th day, Kardama opened his eyes and saw the whole jungle around him, tending to him, and his friend Afsana leading the direction. "Tend to the cheeks, and the hand, and the nose," she barked orders. "Not the nose, please, it all started with you stinging my nose," he said as he woke up to the joy of everyone there. And as the bear got stronger, life was better for everyone. But the queen could still not get over the fact that she had distrusted the bear without finding the truth, and even banished her own daughter for it. And the bear still saved all the kids. And she decided that she had to do more for him, and realized that there indeed was more that could be done. For all his newfound friends, Kardama still faced challenges. His inability to hear often led to misunderstandings, causing fear and accidents among the smaller animals. Queen Sheila, recognizing the problem, enlisted the help of the forest's best surgeon, a spider renowned for his healing webs. Without naming Kardama, she told him of the situation. And the spider had an idea. "It needs this delicate ear operation," he said. "I'll sew the hole and make it like new, but it is a painful process, and the animal should be small enough to constrain." "Who's the animal?" he asked. "It's Kardama," the answer numbed Dr. Spider. The black shadow bear Kardama," he repeated in disbelief, shivering. And suddenly the tone changed to anger. "It was he who destroyed our family web, walked right through it one day, didn't care a jot for even our kids. I would die before I helped him. But that's because he was practically deaf." The spider calmed down on this realization. "But it still can't be done. No one can restrain Kardama. He'll kill everyone around him when he moves in pain when we operate." And he was right. "But he didn't worry about his life when we needed help," Afsana said. And they knew that a solution had to be found, but the bear would never agree to be taken down. And suddenly, Afsana, ever resourceful, remembered a boastful mouse claiming to be the best anesthetist. They would call him to join the team. Despite his initial refusal, Afsana's clever persuasion and Queen Sheila's fear convinced him to take on the challenge. Mouse was there the next day. "Let's do it while he's sleeping," the mouse and the spider resolved, braving their way to Kardama's resting place. But he was huge, terrifying to even look at that size. And snored like a lion's roar and scared everyone shitless. The mouse was more afraid of the queen bee's anger though, and the moment Kardama roared next, he put the bitter anesthetic in his mouth. But to their surprise, the quantity was too little for his size, and the taste woke him. He roared louder than ever. "You did this," he said, and picked them both in his palm. "How dare you!" he roared as the mouse feared the worst. Why did I get into this for the bees, he thought. But Afsana was ready like always. With the next roar of her friend, she immediately put the next dose in his mouth. Et tu Afsa, he muttered as he fell down on one side this time. It had to be done, she thought, as they got to work with much patience and care. The webs were put in place in the right ear's holes. But that last anesthetic was wearing off and the other ear was on the ground and there was no way of moving him. Hadn't thought of this, but suddenly Queen Sheila had an idea now. Mouse, dig a hole in the ground reaching the other grounded ear's opening and the spider will operate from there, and they immediately got to work and did it. But there was no way to find out if it was successful. If it was no good, it wouldn't be nice when the bear woke up. The moment the bear woke up, oh boy! Was he angry. He hadn't tasted anything so bitter in his life and his friend did it to him. He roared, "Where are you, Afsana?" "Behind you," a voice came. And he turned and held her. "And how could you do this to me?" he cried, expecting an apology. But she just said, "That's not important. Instead tell me, how could you hear me from behind your back?" And to the bear's joy and disbelief, he realized that he could now hear the world around him for the first time. The sounds of the forest were a beautiful song. The hiding forest animals came out and gathered to celebrate their good fortune. Though once rivals, they were now united, and their friendship spread like wildfire through the woods. Kindness had triumphed, and its liberating power would always prevail over fear and distrust. The hero who had given so much to save them would never be forgotten. And so, in the years to come, the story of the gentle bear and his unlikely friends was whispered and passed on throughout the forest, reminding each new generation of hope and faith in the goodness of the world.